How's it? From Las Vegas. I am here for a couple of days. All the Docs guys actually are getting together over in Las Vegas. So it's kind of a once a year thing. We all catch up and have some meetings and all that good stuff. So I'm in Las Vegas. I'll be hanging out a lot at the Circa and other places too. So be sure to come by and say hello if you'd like to. Hello, I am Indian Cowboy, and this is Doc Sports. Indian Cowboy has been around for 19 years. The algorithms of Indian Cowboy. Doc Sports has been around for 53 years. I have a doctorate and a master's in biostatistics. That's how these algorithms work. Welcome to my podcast. Our best selections are over at docsports.com under Arun Shiva. Our next best selections are YouTube Premium Thoughts. I shouldn't say that. Our next best selections are the free picks and leans. And if you can't get enough of us, if you can't get enough of our free plays and video, our premium picks over at Doc Sports, and then our free plays and videos here every day, then we have a live show that we do twice a week. I am planning to, I'm going to do a live show for you guys shortly, actually. I'm going to hook you guys up in about, right after this video. I'm going to do a live show just for YouTube Premium folks, and it's going to be on tonight's ball games. And I'm going to tell you which ones are my favorite, and I'm going to recap it for you as well. And I'm going to try to do a live show for you if I can on Sunday night as well. I always do two live shows per week, but I'm going to try to do 3 for you this week. So the link to YouTube Premium is in the comments section, as well as the link to how to get a free $60 worth of premium selections. Remember, the YouTube Premium live shows it's where I teach you how to fish, how to look at ball games in depth, how to look at algorithms in depth. It's your first look into typically tomorrow's ball games. It's a recorded podcast. You can re-listen to it anytime. And it's a lot of value for $20 a month, where you get about 8 to 10 shows every month. So if you want even more content, be sure to check our Twitter. It has our latest updates, our hot takes, and our most recent videos as well. And that's what we have for you there. What do I need to tell you today? Well, we have a 7-unit NHL selection today, which we're excited about. It goes off at 8:30. We have a 5-unit college basketball selection, I believe, as well. And yes, that goes off at 7 o'clock. And we missed our college basketball selection on Boston College yesterday. There's absolutely no reason why we should have lost that game. It went into overtime, and they were up in the first half. Ended up losing by 6, and we had them at +5. But we did win the day before with Wake Forest over Notre Dame. I like our 5-unit selection today, and I like our 7-unit NHL selection. MMA 4-0 sweep recently last week, plus 7,100. Incredible MMA season so far. We hope you join us for the MMA season. I think we'll get out a promo pretty soon as it relates to MMA. The MMA selection goes off. Yeah, so we'll have something out for the MMA when the next MMA fight is. But hold on one second. Yeah, the next one I think is, I could be wrong, but I think it's April 4th. So we'll have it out then too. So be sure to join us for the season in baseball as well, which starts in 14 days. So let it be baseball, NBA, NHL, soccer, golf, MMA, college basketball, or YouTube Premium. Join us for all of that. All right, I have a lot of free selections that I have 8 for you today. Let's get to your free selection today, and it's going to be on Ohio State today. Welcome to my podcast. This podcast is going to take a while. We're going to talk about every game in depth, and it's going to be fun. I like Ohio State plus the 5 here. The thing is that, first of all, Ohio State lost to this team early this year by 12 at home, so they have some revenge. Illinois lost both their conference tourney games and the first game of the dance last year, so I know they have motivation, but Ohio State is playing really well right now. They're making a run of it late. You can't ignore the fact they beat Nebraska, Michigan State on the road as well, and Iowa in their first game by 12. I like Ohio State. They have revenge. They're playing great right now, and the fact that they beat Michigan State and Nebraska is a big deal, and Iowa as well. So going to go with Ohio State plus the 5 as they make a late run for the tourney. Texas Tech, Houston. I'm going to take Texas Tech here. The number 25 team in the land is facing the number 1 team in the land. Houston won by 23 back on January the 17th. It was a rout. Texas Tech beat BYU by 15 last game. Grant McCasland did great in his first year from North Texas. Very young team he had. Houston is amazing, though. Number 1 defense in the land. Texas Tech will be better today. They're a much wiser team. The last time, remember, by the way, Houston only beat TCU because TCU shot 2 for 20 from 3-point land last game. I think Texas Tech is going to be pretty tough today. Lean on Texas Tech. NC State, Virginia. I like NC State here. Happy for NC State here. Huge win over Duke. They lost to Virginia in overtime the previous time, so they have that revenge here. Virginia off that win against Boston College where they got very lucky. Maybe they play better here, but NC State started with 15 points in the half against Virginia last time. They were literally down 15-27 against Virginia last time. I think NC State wins this game outright. They have revenge. And, this is a senior-laden team. This is their last hurrah. And I probably should have made this my premium pick or my free play. But I just don't know how Virginia is going to respond. And I don't like the fact that 33% is on the favorite and 66% is on the dog, which made me a little nervous. So I still wrote, but my lean is still on NC State, okay? Baylor, Iowa State. I like Iowa State here. Baylor showing up, here's the thing. The number 14 team in the land is facing the number 7 team in the land. Baylor won by 2 last time. Iowa State is seeking revenge. Iowa State does have revenge, but Baylor won a huge game against Cincinnati last time. The line is going the other way, mind you, which really surprised me. It's going towards Baylor, but I still liked Iowa State. It does make sense here for Baylor to do well, even though Iowa State has revenge. So I've been going back and forth on this, but I'm going to go with Baylor simply because Baylor typically shows up in conference tournaments. And it wouldn't surprise me if they show up today and if Iowa State has a little bit of a letdown. Clippers versus the Pelicans in the NBA. I like the Pelicans here, but the Clippers do have revenge from a loss from a week ago. But the thing is, the Pelicans won by 11 just 8 days ago against this team. The Clippers are coming off a huge win over the Bulls. Zion had 33 points in his last game. But with the Clippers coming off a win and the Pelicans struggling, the Clippers have revenge of the Pelicans. Should bounce back, honestly, because the Pelicans come off one of the worst games of the year for them, where they played terrible. And the public is on the Clippers, and that makes me like the Pelicans even more. Give me the Pelicans today. Phoenix and Charlotte. Lean on Phoenix here. I think Phoenix could be hungover from the Celtics loss, I thought, but they beat this team by 14 points early this year, and I know Charlotte has revenge, and I know Charlotte plays tough at home. Having said all of that, Phoenix could absolutely be, even without Gordon here, I think Phoenix bounces back. I think they bounce back off of that loss. I think they're going to be motivated off that loss, and still without Gordon. I wouldn't be surprised at all here. I understand that the motivation for Charlotte is they have, Charlotte could get up with a decent core that they have, especially with Brandon Miller. But I like Phoenix off of a loss. Lean on Phoenix. Denver and the San Antonio Spurs. I like the Spurs here. Denver won by 12 points last time, so the Spurs do have a little revenge coming in. Denver just beat Miami by 12 points as well. They beat Toronto and Utah and Boston. The Spurs have been playing very well lately, though. They barely lost to the Rockets, nearly beat Golden State in back-to-back games, barely lost to the Kings, beat the Pacers and Oklahoma City. To be honest, I'm surprised this line is an 8.5, and I think it's because Denver knows how well San Antonio is playing. And so keep that in mind. So I've been going back and forth on this one as well. But at the end of the day, it is the San Antonio is playing really well. And you can't ignore the fact that they nearly beat Houston outright. They've covered, 7 out of their last 10. And with Denver coming off a nice win against Miami, they could have a letdown here. I'm going to go with the Spurs here. And that's what I have for you guys. Let's see if there's anything else here. That's it. So your free play today. Remember, 7-unit NHL today. We have a 5-unit college basketball today. Your free plays on Ohio State. A lean on Texas Tech, a lean on NC State, a lean on Iowa State, a lean on the Pelicans, the Phoenix Suns, the San Antonio Spurs, and the Orlando Magic. Oh, I didn't give you that one. I like the Orlando Magic over Toronto today. Orlando won by 21 points early this year. They beat Brooklyn by 8 points as well. 10 games above 500. Their training staff is pretty awesome. They literally have no injuries still. Toronto is in full tank mode right now. They could bounce back at home on a Friday night, but I don't think so. Orlando's just playing fantastic. They're fully healthy. Not one guy's banged up for them. It's not a bad public fate. Everybody's jumping on Toronto plus the points, but Orlando's the one that's playing really well. And I know that Toronto can't keep losing, but that motivation for Toronto is just they're playing so well right now. And the motivation for Orlando is they're just playing so well right now, fully healthy. Lean on the Orlando Magic. That's what I have for you guys today. Hope you guys enjoy. Please take a moment to like and subscribe. And YouTube Premium, I'm going to shock you with a surprise YouTube Premium live show shortly in about 10 minutes. And we'll talk about a lot of really good games. All right, see you back here. Bye-bye.